There's been a major backstage change to AEW Creative. Plus, Shane McMahon no longer works at WWE offices. And another new signing for AEW. Find out who in the wrestling news right now. I'm learning to get out of my chair like Tommaso Ciampa.
I thought you were going to come flying into that light there. I just envisaged you going, and it would have been awful as well because you would have landed crotch first onto just sharp glass. I was about to be like, oh, ambulance time.
Would have been quite the cosmetic change.
Yeah.
Unlike the creative change made in AEW.
Smooth.
Sliding in there. So Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net gives us this. So sources within AEW have told Cassidy that creative is essentially completely taken away from the EVPs now. So when AEW started, as we know, it was Cody. You can be the thumb, Cody. It was Cody. It was Matt and Nick Jackson. It was Cody, it was Matt and Nick Jackson, it was Kenny Omega, and it was Tony Khan. He's quite tall, isn't he? So it was them lads. So they did all the booking. So what's happened is...
I just realised you went in order of height there and you gave Cody the thumb.
Cody's the thumb. I'm the thumb on the outside. I'm the best one, I'm not a finger. So here's how it's going now. So Tony Khan is now basically running the creative process.
Yes, yeah.
And everything goes through him.
I think that's become more and more clear. Like, I don't know if it needed to be implicitly stated, obviously, but now it's been implicitly stated. But, you know, everything seems to be around Tony Khan whenever we're talking about creative now. We see the other EVPs still discuss creative, but it's not quite at the level where, you know, AEW started and it was like everybody's going to be able to do this and everybody's going to have control over creative and everybody's... But it works so much better the way that they've kind of lined it out here, because apparently, like, Cody was the only one that would attend regularly the meetings, but apparently they've kind of just jimmied it all around a bit. So Matt Jackson's EVP roles, apparently that he's going to be assisting his wife Dana with merchandise, and Nick's focused on handling being the elite, and obviously Kenny Omega is just involved with all the game stuff,
so
isn't he?
That just leaves Tony.
That just leaves Tony, and yeah, like Cody's got a lot going on though, doesn't he? So Cody's kind of all over the place. He must be spread so thin.
Yeah, what a guy. What a great
wrestling,
guy.
The Go Big Show stuff, family, then all of the management stuff on top of it, press. Like, how do you have time to work out?
Guy. Like,
how do you have time to breathe? I don't.
I mean, it's why he's the top babyface in wrestling. Can't say that with a straight face. Sorry, Jack. I know you're not here today. So Tony running it doesn't surprise me. I think we've heard more and more, as you say, of people talking about Tony basically guiding all the shows now, becoming more of a Vince McMahon.
Yeah, well, yeah,
but a bit more open to other people's ideas.
Less of an evil overlord, more of a CEO.
Less I see you in polka dots, more do you want to wear polka dots?
Hey, do you want a big clock? Do you want to? What else do you want?
You want to wear a big clock?
Do you want to be a plumber?
He's gonna puke too. Would you like to puke? That's a bit more what Tony
he starts getting onto the trend of like wrestlers having Junior in their names and stuff, and he's like Duke the Dumpster Drozy Jr.
Continuing my dad's career as a binman. Talking of continuing your dad's career, Shane McMahon. So we haven't seen Shane since he got thrown off a cage by Braun Strowman. That was before Braun Strowman got thrown out of the company.
He landed and it just went splash and he disappeared. That was it. It was just a puddle left.
He dissolved into bits of Lego and then just dripped into the floor. Fightful Select have inquired about the current status of Shane McMahon. Why would you do that? Leave it be.
You just gotta ask, you know. It's people want to know.
But I feel like,
but if you got those connections, you know, yeah.
To which, I get it. But to which WWE respond by going, "Oh yeah, we forgot about him. We'll put him in a program next Monday." Get that in Saudi Arabia, you cowards. No, so Fightful asked about the status of Shane McMahon because they've not heard from him in a while. Now, originally, Fightful were told that he was done with the company.
Yeah.
Further investigation said, no, he's not done with the company. He is, quote, still a WWE talent and under a deal.
Okay.
The report also says that Shane McMahon is rarely, if ever, seen at WWE offices now. So Shane's no longer sort of running the day-to-day or part of any of the day-to-day.
I don't know what Shane's got going on, like, at the moment, because he obviously used to work in the world of cable. He was out in Asia doing loads of stuff with that for so many years and kind of making his own mark on the world and kind of doing it, you know, on his own. And he might have other stuff going on like that, other business interests that he's looking into. But you've got to imagine that, you know, at Shane's age and at the type of performer Shane is, Shane's more of, as much as I'm going to get crap for saying it, Shane's like a spectacle performer, right?
Certainly
so
is a spectacle.
he comes in for like, you know, a big sort of thing or a big moment, or they work toward a pay-per-view match or something. But it doesn't surprise me he's not involved in the day-to-day running and he's not being seen at HQ.
My dad's working in cable.
Is he?
He's an electrical wholesaler. Nice. Randy Orton hasn't been on TV since Extreme Rules, which was last Sunday. Was he on? No, was he even on Extreme Rules? Was he? What am I talking about?
No.
No, even the week before that. So Orton's absent again. PW Insider revealing that one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Randall Keith, wasn't at Raw because he is not cleared to perform. Randy Orton's off again.
It could be anything, but I mean, the suggestion of not cleared suggests, you know, that, like, it could be just a small, like, nagging injury. It could be any number of things, but I figure we'll know before long because WWE tends to, you know, when you've got a star of Randy Orton's size, it's always like straight on Twitter. He's back on Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't despair. He's got voices in his head.
And they'll understand. He's very much a marquee star.
Shake his hand.
Don't never shake Randy Orton's hand. Or do. It's up to you. But it's. I still think that I'm still waiting for Orton to turn on Riddle proper.
Yeah,
I feel like we're just waiting for it to happen.
I figure, you know, get as much out of it as you can until it becomes really almost criminally passé, then go for it. Because people are enjoying, you know, RK Bro. People are kind of. There are people out there who are engaging with it clearly and merch and all that stuff. So keep it going and then have Randy, be your Randy.
As we wait upon a return of Randall Keith being a Randy, we had a return to Dynamite last night of one Lio Rush. So Rush did a pre-tape video repackaging himself as LBO Leo, and it was revealed on the social media shortly after that Lio Rush is all elite. He's officially signed with AEW, roughly 3 months after he retired.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, people have been kind of complaining about this. It's like, I thought he said you were going to retire. I thought he said you were going to retire. It's like, you know, if Lio Rush feels confident to come back to the world of wrestling, then let him come back to the world of wrestling.
Plus, wrestlers always retire.
Yeah.
Why are we complaining about Lio Rush? Forever! Terry Funk retired more times.
The big question here is, what does LBO stand for? I think it might be.
They did explain it, but upon doing my investigative journalism, I've forgotten.
Leo's big oranges.
Leo's
lemons, bananas, oranges, and he's got a fruit stand when he comes out, and he's like a proper like London market guy.
I'm old Jonathan from
flat cap on and a gilet.
Please do that as a thing. Mate, I feel like they should give us the book.
They should.
I feel whenever we get together, we come up with a hell of a gimmick. And you have come up with Lio Rush as Cockney Market stall owner. I'm old China! Lio Rush!
And a bowl, let's not forget. And what else was the other one?
Don't do that. There was crispy.
Was it somebody Flakes?
Charlie Flakes! Charlie Flakes. We're booking the draft.
We should really just get on Total Extreme Warfare.
Mate, wait until GM mode lands for 2K22. My gosh, Charlie Flakes versus Market Stall Lio Rush.
Yeah, just do an entire roster of custom characters and just go from there.
Lio Royal Flush, as we'll call it.
Give them all a different gimmick every week.
It's going to be the best. More news as we get it throughout the day at cultaholic.com, twitch.tv.
Yes, I'll be live.
/Cultaholic
at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll be going live with Marble Mania. Now, usually this would take place before the pay-per-view, but I was off last week and I figure we're not missing a bloody Marble Mania, Tom.
No.
We're not missing Extreme Marble Rules or whatever we're going to call it.
Marble Mania Backlash, surely.
But, yeah, you just rock up, you put in the word in the chat, you just type play and then you join a marble race. It's fun. Come along. 6 o'clock
to join the game. Apparently.
And that'll tide you over until we start our own little fed on GM mode.
Oh man, so much going on. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Stay safe. Love you, bye. I think I broke the light, mate.
I thought you genuinely fallen.
Jimmy Champa! Tommaso Ciampa now!